Recently, Pastors Larry and Tiz traveled to Washington, D.C. to take part in the celebration of Jerusalem Day, commemorating the reunification of the city of Jerusalem since 1967. The event was hosted at the Rayburn House, and many government officials were on hand from both the United States and Israel, including the Israeli ambassador to the United States, Ron Dermer. Pastors Larry and Tiz were able to meet privately with members of the Israel Allies Foundation who hosted the event. They were also able to spend time with numerous dignitaries, congressmen, and others who were in attendance. The main topic of importance was keeping Jerusalem unified, and many congressmen were on hand to show their support of this agenda.
One of the things that we're working on to highlight the importance of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel is to propose legislation saying that the U.S. must move its embassy from Tel Aviv, where it's located now, to Jerusalem. This is important because Israel should be able to state what its capital is. No other country in the world is told by other countries what its capital is and where other countries are going to keep their embassies. Israel should have that same right, just like any other country.
You cannot take a city and cut it in half or cut pieces out of it and say that it's a viable city. So I stand with people who believe, as I do, that Israel must always have an undivided Jerusalem as its capital, and this is something that both Democrats and Republicans and people here on Capitol Hill who work hard to promote the U.S.-Israel relationship feel strongly about.
Jerusalem has for over 3,000 years been the eternal capital of the Jewish people. And when it comes to the American embassy to Israel next year in Jerusalem.
Right now in the Middle East, there is one country that allows for freedom of religion to Christians, and that's in Israel. All over the Middle East, in Egypt, in Nigeria, in the Palestinian-controlled areas, religious freedom doesn't exist for Christians. It is only in Israel that religious freedom exists in that part of the world. And Christians need to unite and stand up and support Israel, to support Christianity, and to support Israel to continue to export that open tolerance for religious freedom.
If I'm going to triangulate into what the will of God is for me in the future, it has to include these three things: being faithful where I am, being faithful to the Great Commission, and being faithful to support Israel. And so I just want to challenge you to join us in this fight, in this battle, and in this effort to stand with Israel and to keep Jerusalem as the undivided, eternal capital of Israel.
I believe that we must insist upon a unified, sovereign, capital city of Jerusalem for the Jewish people. Their legacy, their right as a nation, their existence as a nation traces back to their religious heritage and their founding. God said, "You are the nation Israel." And today, they do not even have sovereignty over those religious sites that define who they are as a Jewish people. So I want you to know that at least this Ohio boy and many of my colleagues here in Congress, we stand firmly with the nation of Israel, and we're going to continue to make sure that the American people know what's going on there. God bless you.